Dan, tell us where you went from finishing your career and in the longest or shortest answers you would like, how did you get to where you are now? Take us through the final day of your career and summarize it any way you would like.
So my final year, my son was born in 2014, and I just signed with Chicago as I landed on a PTO with Pittsburgh. And then I drove back and I was relieved because I was going to go to Russia. I didn't want to leave my then fiance with pregnant. And so I was relieved. So I signed, and then my son was born in November, and I was like, already kind of one foot out the door. I didn't want to be an absent father. I didn't want to be away all the time. And then Steve died in February. And I was just like fucking crushed, and I was already kind of spiritually almost done. Then mentally it was like, and I was just so angry and frustrated and sad because of what I saw. I was there. I was in the room. I watched everything. We made decisions together, he made the decision ultimately, but tons of discussions. And he had no help, and he was looking for it. And everybody kind of knew he was struggling. And then I'm like, oh, now I'm rattled. And then I walked in, I remember when I found out, just bawling, warm up, had to get off the ice, and walked into Q's office. I'm like, dude, I'm done. Don't play me again. I want to go home. And so I went home, and then, I came back like a week or two later, and then in like 3 weeks, it was a throwaway game against Philly, and I was out of shape. I shouldn't have been playing, and they put me in, and it's like, oh, okay. And then I just wanted to feel anything else than what I was feeling. So then I fought, and then I got my 7th concussion. And then I was like, oh man, because the symptoms were really, really bad. Like light sensitivity, slurred speech, wanted nothing to do with holding my newborn son, nothing to do with my wife, dark, like super, super dark. And it just made me realize, like, holy dude, you got to do something, you're shutting down, and I'm talking like seizures and just different things. So I was like, all right, I'm definitely done, and stuck it out. Put up, shut up. Signed, returned to play, but didn't play again. And just to because I was still brainwashed that like having my name on a piece of tin was like that important. And then so I came back and I tried to be the best teammate I could, right? Like that was a really good year and a really good lesson, because I was miserable in 2013 because I wasn't playing, but then I was able to be there for people like Versteeg and Kimmo Timonen when they were scratched and rattled. And so right. Again, you just get a second chance, and just all I had to do was like play sick tunes and be a good teammate. And so I did it, and all for the good of the team. We all have a role. We all have a part. Doesn't matter how small. We all chip in. And, but then I've won, and I was like, blah, like no real, feeling, still a lot of symptoms. And so I just made a decision, to retire. And really when I made that decision was when, like after Steve's death, I made that video at the Players Tribune. I hoped that we'd hit the finals. So I was being strategic, because the only time everybody covers everything is when we're in the finals. And so then they did, and then it got a lot of traction, like kind of a call to arms. And then I retired, called up the NHLPA, like, hey guys, like, what are we going to do? How are you going to help me? And nothing, right? All they were more concerned about is the nonprofit that I was creating to help players, because they had no programming to do so.